right, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Ford Championship Weekend here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. I'm Pat Patterson, and you're in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage. And we're live and having a great time and getting you ready for a behind-the-scenes look at Ford Championship Weekend here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Ton of fun, and we're going to start off with this beautiful car sitting right here. This is the one-of-a-kind Need for Speed movie Mustang that you're taking a hard look at right now. Got the strobe lights going on top. This is the one that'll be part of the movie that will debut in March of 2014. And I think right now that we're going to get a chance to talk with one of the stars of the movie that'll be out in 2014. Let's go over it right. Wait a minute. That's not a movie star. That's Edsel Ford. And he's sitting in the Need for Speed car. Edsel, it's a Mustang. Your first car was a Mustang, right?
My first car. I wish my first car had been this car. I mean, this is one beautiful automobile. Wow.
It really, really is. And you were just sitting over here for a minute. We know this is part of the movie car. This is a movie car. Ford has had such a great relationship with Hollywood. But more importantly, this weekend is all about NASCAR.
Well, Ford Championship Weekend's a great weekend for us, Pat, you know, and we've done this for the last 4 or 5 years now, and it's been terrific, and we get great fan support, and we're very pleased with what we do down here in Homestead.
All right, let's back up a minute because I want everybody to look inside the cockpit of this car right now, and I'll let our cameraman get over here and get close by where he can see. Edsel, this car has a speedometer that says 220 miles an hour on it. Tell us about your first Mustang and what it was all about.
Well, my first Mustang was a V8, but I don't think it would even go anywhere near 220 miles an hour. But as my father gave me, my first car was a Mustang, and very fond memories, and I found photographs of it the other day, so Mustang is clearly in my blood.
All right, well, look, we're going to ask you to hop out of there for a second. I want to continue this conversation. It's a beautiful car, no doubt about it, and I'm happy to say that I've had both Celine Mustangs, I've had the stock Mustang off of the shelf, and I've enjoyed both cars. Today, though, we got a Mustang that's trying to win the NASCAR Nationwide Series Championship, and that's Sam Hornish Jr. We got the Manufacturers Championship that's up for grabs today. We got the Owners Championship that's up for grabs today. Other than that, we ain't got much going on here, do we?
Well, you know, the nationwide race is going to be very exciting. I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, if Roger Penske could win with Sam in a Mustang, I mean, that would be the Triple Crown or something, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely would. And you look at the season that Roger Penske's had this year. Jeremy Bullins was on my radio show this morning, and he was talking about the fact they've had 5 different drivers. They've won with every one of them. It's been a very successful year for them, but overall, Mustang's been a great addition to NASCAR this year.
You know, I was just going back looking at when we introduced Mustang to the Nationwide Series, and it was really terrific because we brought Mustang and Camaro, and it just looked a little bit like the old Trans Am days, and I remember them very fondly. Mustang's been a great car for us in Nationwide. I think the whole Nationwide Series, frankly, has been very exciting.
You know, it's so cool to have a Ford, a real Ford that on his driver's license says Ford. It's a real cool to have you at the racetrack. You've always been such a great race fan. You know, I mean, Henry, he built a car and went and raced it. First thing he did was race it, right?
Yep. No, that's right. You know, my great-grandfather, Henry Ford I, won his first and only race, and many of us believe that if he hadn't won that race, he might not have been able to raise the necessary capital to start the Ford Motor Company. So racing's in my blood.
Overall, I know you're very attached to the motorsports side of things, but the brand, #1 in trucks. I mean, we just keep setting records when it comes to car sales. The new Ford is a great car, whether it's a passenger car, an SUV, a truck, a van, whatever it is. I know you're real proud of the company right now.
But, you know, you look at our products. We have the best products today we've ever had, you know, all the way from the little Fiesta all the way up through the F-Series. I mean, there's not a bad product amongst any of them. We've got you know, GT500 Mustangs. We've got, you know, electric Focuses. We've got hybrids. We've got, you know, everything a customer could possibly want, we have in our product lineup.
And final thing for you, and that is, we start talking about Ford Championship Weekend at the Daytona 500. I mean, what a cool place to have this all kind of come together, because we talk about it all year long. This is a great property for Ford.
Well, let me thank Matt Beecher and his team at Homestead. I mean, they really do a superb job. And the people at International Speedway Corporation and NASCAR, I mean, you know, this is a true partnership weekend, and it's the last race of the year, as you know, and it's just great. I'm so thrilled Ford is here, that Ford sponsors this weekend, because it's the culmination, and we're just so pleased to be here.
All right, let's watch you climb back into this beautiful car one more time. There he is, and we love seeing this man sit in this car right here. Edsel Ford, it's running. Don't drive it away, though. They need it for later. All right, Edsel Ford. Let's go back over here, and let's see what else we can find in the garage area. Now, you know, I when it comes to Mustang, I hate to even start this conversation because Mustang is something that Jamie Allison can talk on about forever. And why not? By the way, Edsel Ford says he's taking your movie car, so you're without one.
It is Edsel Ford. He can take whatever he wants from Ford Motor Company. But seriously, today is Ford Championship weekend. It is a nationwide championship up for grab, whether it's the Drivers' Championship, Manufacturers' Championship, or Teams' Championship. And what do we drive in nationwide?
Mustang.
Mustang. So, and who's the Grand Marshal for today's race?
Raj Nair. Yeah, let's get Raj over here. Raj, how you doing, buddy? You know, thanks for coming down and being part of this. You're the guy that gets to say, gentlemen, or excuse me, drivers, start your engines. You ready for that?
I have been practicing. Drivers, start your engines.
Man, my blood just jumped when I heard that. Very cool. And listen, you and I talked this morning on the radio as well about F-250, about the nameplates that have been so successful this year. You really got to brag about these guys. They make a great product.
Oh, yeah, well, 37 straight years of sales leadership for trucks. We're in truck country right now, so we know about showing the F-Series off today. We're going to get a lot of new Ford fans as well.
And you know, while we're here, and it's all about NASCAR this weekend, you know, Jamie Allison's a guy that we can also talk for a minute about the sports car side of things, too, because, you know, Ford's got a big investment on the sports car side of things. 2014 is going to be a fun year.
Yeah.
And we're just all about winning championships, right?
Well, you are talking about NASCAR, and NASCAR does have a couple of series. One of them is right here, and the other one is IMSA's series, which is the United Sports Car Championship. And we announced that we're going to bring EcoBoost into sports car, primarily into the DP with Chip Ganassi. But really, it's all about bringing EcoBoost in because EcoBoost available in the entire lineup, all coming out of production, all under Raj's leadership. So, Raj, maybe a little bit about EcoBoost. Across the range, all displacement. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, well, we got 4 families of EcoBoost right now. The 3.5 liter, which is what you find in the F-Series, also Explorer, that's going to be the heart of the DP program. So we're really happy about the production relevance. But we've got them all the way down to a 1 liter 3-cylinder. We just won International Engine of the Year 2 years in a row with EcoBoost engines.
Well, here's my question. How is it, you know, racing's all about balance. I mean, it really is. You got to get the car to go around the corners, but you got to get it to go fast in the straightaways, right? You know, you try to build a car that's stylish and sexy and at the same time has power but saves fuel. Man, what a puzzle to try to solve.
Well, that's the equation, right? Particularly the EcoBoost. We get the power, we also get the fuel economy. Our customers see that in the F-150, and it's going to help on the track as well with DP, right? Shorten those refueling times, gain a few seconds in the pits as well, blow by on the straights. It's a perfect equation.
You guys have got this all figured out. And I knew the minute I said Mustang, I get Jamie Allison to get excited over here. Real quick,
Sure.
I just want a quick comment from you on the success story of Ford Racing and Roger Penske this year. I mean, you got to look at them. Not that Jack Roush and everybody else, Petty, everybody's important, but it's been a fantastic year with these guys.
I mean, quite pointedly literally around today, because we're talking about championships. So Team Penske with Ford is up for the team championship. Team Penske with Ford is up for the drivers' championship with Sam Hornish, and Team Penske with Ford has actually accumulated 12 wins to help us get close to the manufacturers' championship. So a lot of appreciation and a welcome to Roger Penske Racing Fords. It gives us a chance to win championships here nationwide. So go Ford, go Mustang today.
All right, Jamie Allison, Raj Nair, they're here for Championship Weekend. We appreciate these guys being here and all that Ford does. And don't forget, you can go to, tweet us rather, at Ford Racing, and then it's hashtag FCW, Ford Championship Weekend Live, if you have a question that we can talk about. Thanks, guys. We're going to go down and take a look at some of the cars. We're in the NASCAR garage area, the Sprint Cup Series garage, all access. That's what it's all about. We're going to walk down and take a look at the cars right now as we head down to find another special guest. Come on and hang on with us, and we'll just take you for a walk. The engines right now, you hear running in the background, and obviously we're getting ready for final practice here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Qualifying yesterday, Matt Kenseth is on the pole. We all know his situation, trying to run down this car over here, that number 48. And you can also see parked right beside last year's champion, Brad Keselowski, in that beautiful Penske Fusion right there. There's his car. They're getting it ready to go out to final practice as we continue to kind of walk down along the way. And there's Jimmy Johnson. He's trying to win that 6th championship. Don't know if he can get it done this year or not. We'll see. He's got a nice points lead. It's going to get loud right here. And right there's Matt Kenseth's car. Got it ready to go. Harvick, he's in the mix, trying to win as well as the championship. We keep walking down through. Look at, there's Kyle Busch's car. They're rolling it out, getting it ready to go to the grid. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car also getting ready to go out. Here's another great Ford Fusion, the 3M Ford Fusion of Greg Biffle. This week they got the Post-it note on the front of that race car, and it looks like they're all ready to go, ready to roll it out. Stick with the Biff. That's what we're talking about. Greg Biffle. Let's see who else we can find over here. Ford Championship weekend as you get an inside look at what's happening right here in the garage. Joey Logano, the number 22. You just heard us talking about Roger Penske and how successful this year has been for Ford and Roger Penske. And there's a good look at the Shell Pennzoil Ford Fusion. Isn't this cool? This is all because Ford Racing wanted you to be part of Ford Championship weekend, joining with us. All right, let's go over here, guys, and let's see who else we can find to talk to here on Ford Championship weekend. All the fans are mulling around here, having a good time. Oh, wait, look at this. Look who I may have found over here. Hey, I think I just saw the cat in the hat. Do you know who the cat in the hat is? It's Jack Roush. If we hurry, we may be able to catch him before he gets to the lunch line. So let's go. Walking in between the haulers. Hey, you want to see something? This is how much space they have parking these haulers. You know, I'm not a big guy. See how much space it is? I don't want to be a truck driver. It's awfully hard to do, that's for sure. Watch your step here, guys, as you come across. Yes, I think we may be able to corner Jack Roush, the cat in the hat. Hey, there he is. It's Jack Roush, everybody. The camera's coming right behind me right now. Look who I found. Jack Roush, right here, as I live and breathe.
I was canvassing the cooking stations here to find out where I was going to have for lunch.
I knew that's where you were going. We saw you duck out of the truck, and I told him, I said, I bet you Jack's going for lunch right now, so let's go try to catch up with him. Jack, first of all, we're real excited to be at Ford Championship weekend. We just went down and looked at all the beautiful Fords. We just talked to Edsel and Jamie Allison, all the gang. We're pretty excited about this, but we need you to help us out with something tomorrow afternoon, and if you don't mind, can you please find one of your cars in Victory Lane here just to give us that good taste in our mouth going into the off-season?
Well, you know, we've done it 11 times here.
I realize that. 7
times in the Cup and then 3 in the Nationwide and 1 in truck. So we've got a reasonable chance for it. You know, we've got a little bit of a reorganization going on in our engineering back in the shop to be able to get the better ideas to the race cars sooner. So I'm excited about that. So this is kind of a dry run for what we're going to try to do next year. But, you know, as I came to Homestead, I thought about this the end of another year. This is my 47th year of dragging my Ford race cars across the country to run races, either drag racing, road racing, or NASCAR. It's been a long run for me.
What has kept you going? I mean, when it all gets said and done, I was talking earlier about the real successful owners in this business. Yourself, Chip Ganassi, Rick Hendrick, go down the list, the Wood brothers, etc. You all were racers. You all felt that competition, and it left some sort of, you know, mark on you that you could never get rid of.
Well, you know, I was like, I had my mother's family had three brothers that were involved in the laundry business. And they all stayed in the laundry business, and they said that the reason they stayed in it till they retired or till they died was that they figured there'd been so much money put in the laundry business that they were sure that it was going to be easy to get it out one day, and they didn't want to miss a payday. So I think that Richard and the other guys you mentioned probably in the same situation as I am. We've got a huge investment in this thing. There's a respect and a debt that's owed to the people who got us started before we did, and we need to keep it going for them. And by the same token, as the state of the economy stabilizes and looks like it's going to improve for a period of time here, you know, there is some better days for NASCAR and for the sponsor relationships and the things. And we've endured some pretty rough times in the last 5 years, but I think it's going to get better.
We are live, courtesy of FordRacing.com, and we're glad to have you on an inside look and a private interview with a guy that's been a legend to the Ford Motor Company and to racing here in NASCAR. We were talking with Jamie Allison and Edsel a few minutes ago about Mustang. Asked Edsel about his first Mustang. I was talking to Jamie Allison about Mustang. Man, that car has really made a difference in the Nationwide Series. Have you enjoyed your relationship with Mustang?
My relationship with Mustang goes back to 1964 and a half. Within 30 days of the time the Mustang was put on the market, I was a college student just graduating. I worked my way through school and had enough money to buy myself a new car, and didn't know when I ordered the car I was going to go work for Ford. So I bought one of the first cars, one of the first 1,000 cars that come off the line, I'm sure. And I went to work for Ford 30 days later, and 2 weeks after that I was in a Dearborn assembly plant helping with parts of part vendors and things. My first race cars were Mustang powertrains. I put a Falcon, and I had a 60 Falcon. I put a Mustang engine in and raced it for 2.5 years. Drag racing, never lost a race with it. And then we did our road racing with Mustangs, and it's a natural continuation of having Mustangs in a Nationwide Series over here in NASCAR. So Mustangs have been a river that runs through for me in terms of providing the basis and the excitement and the enthusiasm for the fans and the supporters and the zealots. You know, there's a whole subculture of Mustang fans out there that are as strong as you can imagine.
We were talking to the Wood brothers yesterday about the changes, proposed changes that NASCAR has, in the Generation 6 car next year, going to a different kind of bump stops, etc. Just judging from what you've seen and read so far, do you think we get better, more competitive? Your cars get better, more competitive by the proposed changes that are out there?
Well, I don't know that it'll make much difference. You know, the 2012 cars were at the top of their development curve. Everybody understood everything about every piece on it, and we were really good with. The only weakness we had was in our short tracks. This year was a jump ball with an all new body and some new suspension considerations as NASCAR took some things away like the skewed rear axle, and. As that's happened, you know, we've not done as well as some of our competitors on their first year. Of course, it's going to be a short program on it, a short run on it, because the next year is going to be different again. So we've looked at what we missed early on in our development, which we would have picked up in the second year with a Gen 6 car. But I'm really hopeful for 2014. I don't expect that the rules will favor Fords, but I hope to do a better job at developing the things that are going to make a difference.
Well, and one other thing about the changes for next year, because, again, we talked about this yesterday, the nose of the car, a little bit of a change there. Obviously, we get away from the trash can that kept picking up all the litter on the racetrack and so forth. Will it help? Will it help us aerodynamically?
The change in the screen's position relative to the nose will be innocuous. It won't matter. The thing that wound up happening is we were so, along with our Ford partners, we were so anxious to have our race car be as close a representation of the production car as we could. We included that dent in that recess in the lower grille that wound up, it turned out being a trap for debris. But moving the screen forward 1.5 inches or whatever it is, there's no significant change aerodynamically. It won't affect the balance. The rest of the nose is the same. It'll be a non-issue.
Jack, on behalf of everybody that's a Ford fan, FordRacing.com, we really appreciate the time. Good luck in this final race, both today. You got a lot at stake with Trevor and the guys racing in the Nationwide Series, and of course tomorrow the final race of the season. We want to see a Roush car in victory lane, right? That's what you want to see, right?
Whatever winds up happening, we're going to have to live with it all winter, and I hope to celebrate success to February until we go back to Daytona.
Jack Roush, everybody. How cool is that? You get a chance to visit with him in the garage this morning. All right, we'll leave Jack alone. He's got to go check out the cookies. We're going to go see if we can find the guy who's trying to win the championship today, and that's Sam Hornish Jr. Come on, let's go. All right, we'll slide back up through the. You want to go this way? Oh, I think we can make some ground going this way. Hey, there's Kenny Francis, crew chief for Casey Kane. I'm sorry, Kenny, didn't mean to get in your way there, bud. Ooh, look at the food over here. Maybe we ought to stop. No, we got to go. We can't stop for lunch now. We got to keep moving. Now we're going to come back, though. I got to come back and take a look at the dinner plate there. I just got hungry all of a sudden. This is the front. By the way, if you wonder what we're looking at, these are all the beautiful rigs that bring these race cars to the racetrack. This is one of Jack's right here. This is the one that hauls the 16 around. Huh? All you truck drivers out there, eat your heart out, baby. Look at all that chrome. Is that cool or what? All right, we got to go. I keep getting slowed down here, but that's all right. I like looking at stuff. That's the fun part about coming into the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage. Watch your step there, boys. You get a chance to see a lot of stuff. This is the best people watching on the planet. And I'm serious when I tell you that. You get out here amongst all these fans, South Florida, everybody's having a good time. Walk through the fans here, say hello to them. We're going to go over here and see if we can find Sam Hornish Jr. He's supposed to be here to give us a little insight as to what he's expecting today for the final race of the season. And here's the hauler. Here's the Penske hauler right over here. No, we don't see Sam anywhere. Well, we'll have to improvise here for a minute. There's Brad Keselowski's picture. We got Matt Fansett. Our man is on it right now. He's checking it out. Let's go over. I'll tell you what. Let's walk over here by the garage area while we're looking for Sam, and let's kind of see what else is going on, just in case we can't find him, which we probably will. Hey, here's Brad Keselowski's car. Where's Brad at, I wonder? He's probably around here somewhere. See the guys over here, they're kind of getting things ready to go. Final practice is only a few minutes away. Taking a look at what's happening in the garage area right now. Let's walk down and take a look at some more of the cars. We don't know where Hornish is at. We got a feeling that he's in a meeting right now trying to get their game on for this afternoon in the Nationwide Series finale. There's Kevin Harvick walking by us here. Hey, there's Bob Dillner from Fox Sports 1. He's in the house checking things out, walking around. Who else here? We've been down this road before, but let's go back again. Maybe we'll get a chance to see Logano. You know, again, this is all about access, folks. Get a chance to see what all these people are doing. There's Jeff Gordon. He's already sitting in his car. Here's Greg Biffle. There's the Biff sitting in his car, ready to go. Greg Biffle getting ready for final practice here this afternoon. Matt Pusha, his crew chief, just walked up. Hey, Matt.
How we doing?
Are we having any fun right here? Looks like your driver's in there ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Just getting ready to do a little practice. We had a pretty good car yesterday in race trim, so just kind of seeing what we got today here. Now the track's are a little bit better, more rubbered in than it was yesterday.
All right, we won't hold you up. Go do your thing there, man. It's crew chief Greg Biffle there, just chatting us up for a minute while you got us all access here in the garage area. Matt wants to check out the front end of the car and make sure everything is cool there. All right, we'll walk over and see if we can find Joey Logano real quick, too. See if he's sitting in his car back down this way. He's probably over here about ready to go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, all buttoned up here. There's Logano. They're just waiting. What they do is they sit down in these cars and they get ready to go because they don't want to waste a second of time in getting out on the racetrack. He's all buttoned in, ready to go. And this is a guy that can win this race. And they're getting ready to pull out. You can see him inching forward right now. I love being in the Sprint Cup Series garage, especially. This is it, folks. This is the final practice of 2013 for all of these drivers. And you want to talk about tension? I can't even believe Matt Pusha took time to talk to us. I mean, he's got to be all wound up. They need a win, and they need to make that happen big time. Of course, you know, kind of a Ford guy, so I'm kind of hoping for a win too. Let's walk down and see if Carl Edwards is in his car. A little bit further down here on the pit road, or in the garage, I should say. I want to thank everybody today for tuning in, as we'll be back again tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Time. So be sure to tune in 11:30, and you can see Carl Edwards right there. He is. He's in his race car, and he's getting ready to go. This is as close as you can get, folks. Doesn't get any closer than this, and it's all courtesy of your friends at Ford Racing. Carl's getting in. Look, he's waving at us. He's giving us a big high sign. He's ready to go. Booty Barker just going by us back behind us here. He's the crew chief for Casey Mears. He just rolled around. Carl's in there. There's a lot of activity when a driver sits down in getting everything right. First of all, you got to get in. You got to get your belts right. Then you got to get your dash right. Then you see him putting his helmet on, and he's got to get all of that gear on. You got to get the air conditioning plug up on the top of the helmet. You got to get all proper radio stuff hooked up. It takes a couple of guys, because once you sit down in the car, you're done, because you really can't do anything to help yourself. So you can see all the guys trying to make it all work. And you got to get your helmet and stuff right. And, you know, the most important thing, though, right now, if you're a driver, you have got to be focused on what is going to help my team when I get out on the racetrack. What am I going to tell them? What information am I going to give back to Matt Pucia so that my number 99 gets a little bit better for racing here? Remember, it was just a couple of years ago. I don't need to tell you how that ended between he and Tony Stewart. Probably one of the best races I have ever seen in my life. And that man right there came out on the losing end of it, but he gave it all he had on that particular day on this particular racetrack. So, oh, man, last race of the year. I get kind of emotional about all that, you know. It's the end of the season. I got to wait all the way to February to get ready for next year. Okay, we got to get out of the way. Here they come. We're going to watch them pull out right now. You're going to see all the cars start making their way. They go one by one, pulling out of their stalls from all the way at the top of the pit road. Carl Edwards will be the last one to go. There goes Kyle Busch. Next one out, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Coming out next right behind Jr., it's Jeff Gordon, number 24. Behind Gordon coming out of the slot, there goes our number 16 of Greg Biffle. Now, next out, Clint Boyer. There goes Joey Logano in the 22. All these cars headed out on the pit road to get ready for final practice. Here comes Kurt Busch. He's on the outside pole for tomorrow's race. He's excited, I'm sure, about this one. Carl Edwards, ladies and gentlemen, now pulling his number 99 out, ready to go to final practice. Is that cool? Or what? You're right here with us. You're watching it all. No, we got one backing out now. That's Casey Kane. Don't forget tomorrow. Here comes Ryan Newman. Well, wait a minute, Ryan. Don't come out too fast here. That's the reason you got the NASCAR officials doing their job, keeping everybody from running into each other. And you were here to see it all live this morning. Final practice is off and gone. You see all the people just amazing, stand around and watch all this stuff going on. All right, let's continue to walk up this way. See what else we can find, guys. So the final practice, well, we got the other side of the cars. They're getting ready to come out. Okay. Love doing this. It's fun to come out here, one camera, and just start showing this, that, and the other. Hope you had fun. Don't forget, email us, espnraceguy@gmail.com, espnraceguy@gmail.com. You can also send us a tweet, at Ford Racing, hashtag FCWLive. Hey, there's Sam Hornish Jr. right there. Let's get a quick word with him as he gets ready this afternoon. Sam, man, we're not going to bother you for long here, but are you ready for this afternoon?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for it for sure. I feel like we got a pretty good opportunity. Our car was decent in practice yesterday. A lot can happen with how the race plays out as far as when the yellows fall. And, we usually don't have enough tires to make it through the races. You saw with the truck race last night, there were some guys that had tires, some that didn't there towards the end. And see how it works out for us.
We talked about it this morning, and basically it's just go out and win the race, right?
Not really. There's a lot of things that can happen. We're at a place where you can cut down tires. A multitude of things can happen. So, we want to go out there and win the race. We're going to work hard at that, but it's not win at all costs because, you never know what can happen in the waning laps of these races here, especially with restarts and things like that. So we've got to be smart as well. The worst thing that can happen is let's go out there and do everything that we can to win the race and get ourselves in trouble and have the three have a bad day anyhow. So, we just got to run our own race.
Sam, all of us at Ford Racing are pulling for you today, buddy. Go get them. We hope you're standing on that stage at the end of it.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate what Ford Racing has done for us this year. It's been great to be switching over, and we've had speed right out of the box, so couldn't have gone any better, and appreciate everything that they've done for us.
He's going after the championship today. There he is, Sam Hornish Jr. We're hoping that it really pays off for him today with the Nationwide Series. Hey, we really appreciate you tuning in today. We hope that you had some fun checking out all the good stuff, getting to hear from Edsel Ford and Jamie Allison and everybody that we've had a chance to chat with, Jack Roush, Sam Hornish Jr. And we'll be back here tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., the last race day of the season. Ford Racing wants you to be part of that final day. We'll be over by the Ford hospitality area and over by their motor coach, and we'll get a chance to see all these guys have their final meetings before they go out for tomorrow's Ford EcoBoost 400. Really appreciate the guys and a great job here today in the garage area, and hope that you'll make your time to join us tomorrow. Have yourself a great day from Homestead-Miami Speedway. This is Ford Championship Weekend. I'm Pat Patterson. We'll see you back here tomorrow.